It's that magical time of year again, and you are going to be going on an extra special adventure. So let's get ready. Close your eyes and take a big deep breath in through your nose. Feel your tummy expanding and breathe out gently through your mouth. Again, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your tummy expanding like a big balloon, and breathe out. One last time, deep breath in and gently breathe out through your mouth. That's great. Now imagine a bubble of glowing white light surrounding your whole body. And this light is so bright, it's like a mini sun, but it doesn't hurt to look at it, and it's very soothing and very gentle. And this light is like a force field of protection, and it will only allow love and positivity to enter whilst you are on your adventures. Now, it's Christmas Eve and you are relaxing in your bedroom. You are struggling to sleep with all the excitement about what tomorrow may bring. Then suddenly you hear a twinkling noise and a little elf appears before your very eyes. He's wearing a very smart green outfit and has curled up boots with little bells on the end, and he looks ever so cute. The little elf says he's Santa's chief elf, and they are really struggling this year. He says he could really do with a helping hand, and they have chosen you, that's right, you, due to how much kindness you've displayed throughout the year. And he asks you if you would be willing to help Santa this Christmas. Oh, well, of course, you say yes. You look outside your bedroom window and you see Santa sat outside on his sleigh with his reindeers. Wow, it's actually Santa Claus. But he doesn't look happy though. He has his head in his hands. You take the hand of the elf, you blink your eyes, and before you know it, you and the elf are stood outside next to Santa. Oh, you can get used to this magic, lark. It's dead cool. You ask Santa what's wrong, and he tells you he's very worried that he isn't going to be able to deliver all of the presents this year, and he really doesn't know what to do. So you tell Santa you would love to help in any way that you can, and you ask if he has any other flying sleighs. Santa tells you he doesn't, and his old one is out of action. But then he suddenly perks up and informs you he does have a magic bus though, and you can see a sparkle return to his eyes. Santa tells you he has a flying bus and asks you if you would help him to deliver presents, flying his magic bus. Wow, of course you would. Flying his magic bus? Oh yes, please. Santa tells you to hop into his sleigh with the elf, because you really can't afford to waste any more time. The sleigh takes off at lightning speed. Wow, you can't believe you are in Santa's sleigh with him, his chief elf, and his beautiful reindeers. Oh my goodness me. Santa tells you you are heading back to his home to get everything sorted before delivering the presents. He tells you it is a magical place, a wonderful place, and you are going to love it. Take a couple of minutes to enjoy riding in Santa's sleigh with him. Have a chat with Santa, have a chat with the elf and the reindeers. And yes, they can talk. Take in the majestic views below you. See what you can see. You look ahead of you and you can see lots of sparkling lights of all different colours. It looks so magical. Santa tells you that this is his home. This is where he lives. Oh, wow, it's so beautiful. You see a huge workshop with lots of elves working 10 to the dozen. You've never seen anything being made so quickly before. Their hands are moving so fast, you can't even see them. Mrs. Claus greets you, and she says she is delighted that you have agreed to help Santa bring Christmas to all of the children this year. And she gives you a great big, huge hug. She is so warm and so friendly. Santa introduces you to his head handywoman, a humongous yeti. A humongous yeti called Betty. You may remember Betty from the snowman adventures. Every Christmas, Betty helps Santa out. She is the best fixer in the land. Betty can fix anything. Betty opens up Santa's huge garage. And there it is. The magic bus. It doesn't look like it's been used for quite a while though, and it's gathered, well, a little bit of dust. But Betty turns the key and it starts up straight away. Betty tells you to get in and take a look. Wow, it's a lot bigger on the inside than it appears to be on the outside. There are lots of really comfy seats, even beds in the back. There are TVs scattered around and what looks to be lots of toy-making equipment. You look at the buttons on the dashboard. There are so many. One says, present delivery. Another one says, hyperspeed. And yet another one says, autopilot. Oh my. Wow, this is cool. Betty says she's going to assist you in the magic bus with a team of elves who will be making toys in the back while Santa is off on his sleigh with the reindeers. Santa hands you a map with all the places you need to deliver to and tells you not to worry. Betty knows where all the places are and she will help you find them all. You are in safe hands with Betty. Santa gives you a huge hug and gets back on his sleigh with the reindeers to deliver the presents. And he waves as he sets off, and he does the usual ho ho ho, and off he goes. Meanwhile, you notice a huge team of elves entering the bus, both men and lady elves. Some are younger, some are older, but they all begin to make the toys straight away in the back of the bus. And they seem very determined to make sure this Christmas is just perfect for the whole wide world. Betty tells you that you must set off now. So you sit in the pilot's seat and Betty sits beside you. She is so large that her head is touching the roof. You press the take off button and the magic bus zooms straight out of the garage and up into the air at lightning speed. Wow, what a ride this is! You take the steering wheel and are surprised at how easy it is. You go left, you go right, you go up and you go down. You get so confident that you even do a loop-the-loop. Woohoo! One of the elves in the back didn't seem too impressed with that though. Oops. Betty laughed and advised you that this elf is nicknamed Grumpy and not to worry about him. You look out of the window and the amazing views. All the pretty lights below you. You can't believe how lucky you are to get this opportunity to help Santa and fly his magic bus. A little elf comes up to you and offers you a drink and some candy they've just made, and it looks delicious. Take this time to deliver presents all around the world. You can even put the bus on autopilot for a little while and help the elves make some toys. Even enjoy having a little drink and eating the candy. Maybe you could spend some time getting to know Betty the Yeti and the elves a little bit better. You decide, it's up to you. But remember, make sure you get all of those presents delivered. You finish delivering the presents to the final houses on the list. You have done it. Betty the Yeti and all the elves cheer and clap hands. The elves all jump on you and give you a big group hug. You are laughing and rolling around. You look up and you see Betty moonwalking down the bus. What a sight to behold. Wow, you have never been so happy. The bus lands back at Santa's house, and you get out of the bus and Santa is waiting for you with a huge grin on his cheeky face. He does a little dance and he twirls around and he punches the air with his fist. Then he gives you a high five. It is so funny to watch. You didn't realise Santa could move like that. You all laugh and he gives you a big hug. He thanks you for saving Christmas. And he says he couldn't have done it without your help. And he says that you can help him every Christmas if you would like to. He says you can have a look around the elves' workshop and choose any present that you want to take home with you. Anything at all. Oh, this is going to be good. Have a quick look around and see what takes your fancy. The chief elf then offers you some magic dust to get you straight back home in time for your Christmas. And you really wouldn't want to miss that, would you? Before you know it, you are back in your own bed, feeling ever so sleepy now. But you are so happy to have met Santa and his friends, especially Betty the Yeti. And you can't wait to visit again next year. And when you wake up in the morning, you'll be feeling refreshed, filled with positivity, and so excited for the day ahead. So for now, sweet dreams and night-night. Now imagine yourself sitting in a large green field. The sun is shining brightly, and it's a very beautiful, clear day, and you can see for miles and miles around. You feel very calm, very relaxed, and very, very peaceful. You can hear birds singing to each other. Can you hear them? As you look up at the sky, you see a beautiful rainbow of many colours. And the colours are so bright and so clear. Can you see it? Can you see the beautiful rainbow of many colours? See how the colours sparkle and shine. See how the colours look almost alive. And it's then that you notice something different about this rainbow. You can see some sort of white stuff, and it's floating all around it, and it's on it. So you stop at the beginning of the rainbow and you take a good look at it, and you realise that the rainbow has snow flurries gently falling down all over it. Oh my goodness me, a rainbow with snow on it. The rainbow is decorated with tinsel, lots and lots of brightly coloured tinsel. And there are sleigh bells jingling all over the rainbow, and you can hear them, and it fills you with such delight. You step onto the snow-covered rainbow, and it begins to move. You can touch the colours of the rainbow. You can also touch the snow that's floating gently all around it, and it feels so cool to the touch. It feels so soft and so light. And the sleigh bells are jingling all around you. It's like it's Christmas, and it nearly is. The rainbow goes higher still, and you can see the fields below you, and you can see many, many trees, and you can see the birds flying. You can see them flying past the rainbow. But you really do find it so very strange that there is no snow anywhere else, only on the rainbow. How odd. The rainbow reaches its topmost part, and then it begins to move back down again. And it's starting to get a bit slippy now on this rainbow. So you decide to sit down, and as you do, you begin to slip and slide in the snow that's covered all of the rainbow. You are sliding down the snow-covered rainbow now, and the snow is sticking to your hair and on your clothes. Oh, and it feels so great that you start to laugh out loud. You are having so much fun. You are going faster and faster, and you're laughing so hard that your tummy hurts. You can see the end of the rainbow now, and it's coming fast. And you notice that at the bottom of the rainbow there is a massive wall of snow. Oh my. You hit the snowy wall so fast, but then you charge straight through it, still laughing. And all around there is snow. Fields and mountains of glorious white snow. So just for a moment, have a little play in the snow. Make a snowman. See how far you can throw a snowball. Have some fun. You finally stop playing and look around you, and you can see the trees all covered in beautiful white snow, and they look so pretty. And as you walk, you come across a huge sign, and it says, "Welcome to Unicornia, land of the unicorns." And underneath this, it says, "Merry Christmas." Wow, you have arrived once again in Unicornia. Oh, how wonderful that is. You look down at yourself and you realise that you have on very warm and woolly clothes. That's quite funny because you don't remember putting them on that day. Not at all. And it's such a cold day, but you are wrapped up nice and warm. You look up and you can see unicorns. There are unicorns everywhere, and they too are all playing in the snow. There are Christmas lights hanging on every tree, lots and lots of beautiful coloured lights everywhere. You notice that all of the unicorns are all wearing woolly jumpers too. But their jumpers are Christmas jumpers. Some of their jumpers have sparkly Christmas trees on them. Some of them have reindeer on them. And some of them have a big happy Santa Claus face on them. And you are so excited to see the unicorns again, and even more excited because they are all wearing lovely, great big Christmas jumpers. You can see robins dancing in the snow. And one little robin has a bright red hat on with a tiny jingly bell on it. And you can hear it as he plays in the snow. He is even whistling the Jingle Bell song as he dances. Can you hear it? One of the unicorns steps forward to greet you, and you recognize her. It is the Princess Unicorn. She is very, very beautiful, and she is much whiter than the others, and her coat is very silky and shiny. She is a sparkling, glittering, magical unicorn, and she too is wearing her best Christmas jumper. She smiles at you, and she wishes you a Merry Christmas, and she is so happy that you came back for a visit. She asks you if you would like to come with her, as she has something very special to do today. She is taking all the presents to the baby unicorns in the nursery because it's their Christmas party today. You say, "Oh yes, please." So you climb up on her back and she spreads her wings and off you go. And you fly high, higher and higher. The Princess Unicorn makes a quick stop to the Unicorn Santa's grotto to collect all of the presents. Here he is called Santa Uniclaus. And he is rather a large unicorn with a big pot belly that jiggles when he laughs. And he laughs a lot. He is dressed in his Santa clothes, lots and lots of red. He says that red is his favourite colour. He has a very white, big beard that you might think have bits of his dinner still in it. Oh dear. Two of his elf helpers are sitting beside him, and they hand him a rather large present. Santa Uniclaus takes it, and he looks carefully at the name tag, and then, to your amazement, he hands it to you. You get a present too. You excitedly unwrap this wonderful gift and take a look at it. What is it? What gift did you get? Is it something you have always wanted? You say thank you to Santa Uniclaus for this lovely gift. Santa is so very busy that he asked the Princess Unicorn to help him today, and you too get to help the Princess Unicorn. You arrive at the nursery, and the baby unicorn nursery is all decorated with Christmas trees and many, many sparkling lights. Oh, it looks so magical. You have never seen anything so beautiful before. You climb down off the Princess Unicorn's back, and you help her to give the presents to all of the baby unicorns. And the baby unicorns look so happy. They are all giggling and laughing with joy. They are so excited to see the Princess Unicorn and that she and you have come to play with them today. So the two of you start to give out all of the presents to the little baby unicorns. So spend a few moments with the baby unicorns. Give them all their gifts. Talk to them. Play with them. Just have some fun for just a little while with the Princess Unicorn and the little tiny baby unicorns. Now it's time for you to come home. After all, it's very nearly your Christmas too. Now you don't want to miss that, do you? I know I don't. So you say goodbye to the little baby unicorns and climb back up onto the Princess Unicorn's back. And very quickly, almost in the blink of an eye, she takes you back to the beautiful rainbow. You climb down and you give her a great big hug. And you tell her you will be back again soon. You step onto the beautiful rainbow and begin your journey back home, all the time waving to the Princess Unicorn. Now imagine yourself standing in front of a huge tree. And this tree has deep, deep roots. And it has branches that reach out in every direction. But this beautiful tree is all covered in pure white snow. Everywhere is covered in snow. How wonderful. There are little icicles hanging from the branches of the tree with tiny bright white lights twinkling all over it. Oh, it looks so magnificent. This is your special place, the place where only you can go. In this tree house, you feel very safe and warm. And you feel you can do anything you want here. And you can, because this is your tree house. You see a rope ladder hanging down from one of the highest branches, and this too has sparkling lights wrapped all around it. There is even silver tinsel wrapped all the way along the sides of the ladder, and the whole tree is lit up with shining lights, and it looks so very beautiful. You begin to climb the ladder feeling very excited indeed. You climb and you climb. And you climb up through a trapdoor right inside the treehouse. And what you see inside is truly wonderful. This amazing treehouse is filled with your favourite things. Everything you love is here, right here, and it's all yours. You have a quick look around and you recognise all of the things. And you walk into the middle of the room because something has caught your attention. Something that wasn't here last time you came to visit. Standing in the middle of the room is a very big box in the middle of the floor. So you open it and have a look inside. And you see that it is filled with Christmas decorations, many, many of them, all different sizes and different shapes, and you feel so excited by this. You also notice that standing in the corner of this very special room is a huge Christmas tree. It's a very beautiful pine tree, and its branches are glistening and shining. And you just know that this tree has been waiting for you. Waiting for you to decorate it and make it look so pretty. So you decide to decorate your tree and the room you are in. And you can do this any way you want to, any way at all, whatever colour you like, because it's your treehouse. It's your festive treehouse. So you go back to the box and start taking out all of the things you want to use. So spend a little while decorating your tree and the room too. You may even find some decorations that remind you of someone special who maybe is not with you anymore. Maybe that someone special comes for a visit with you. Maybe it's even an old pet you used to have. So take some time to be with them and let them help you wrap your presents. It's going to be lots of fun. Now that you have finished decorating your tree and the room, you realise just how beautiful you have made the treehouse look. It looks fantastic in your favourite colours, with as many Christmas lights as you want. You notice a door on the other side of the room. You never noticed it when you came in last time. You never noticed it when you came in before. So you go over to the door and you open it, because you want to see what is on the other side of it. As you look inside the room, you give a great big gasp of surprise. The room is filled with presents. Absolutely filled with presents, all different shapes and sizes. And there are some very large ones too. Oh my. Maybe there's one for you. You see a table with wrapping paper on it and everything you need to make the presents even more special, because you now get to wrap them with ribbons and bows if you want to, tinsel if you want to. You can even put Christmas lights on them if you want to. If you want, you can use all the presents, every single one of them. Or maybe you only need just a few. You can wrap some of these amazing presents for your friends and for your family. Even your pet if you want to. You can make them look just how you want them to be. Whatever you think looks good. You can give whatever you want to make your friends and family feel happy when they look at it, knowing that you did this for them. And anything that makes you feel happy too, you can do. So have some fun wrapping all of the presents, or just a few of them, and enjoy yourself. Have fun for just a little while. Wow, that was a lot of wrapping. And you feel a bit pooped now. So you decide to take a seat in your favourite chair. And you help yourself to the hot chocolate and mince pies that have suddenly appeared on the little table beside you. Oh, how yummy. You see marshmallows sitting on a plate with a great big toasting fork next to it, by the side of the big open log fire. They are waiting for you to toast them and to eat them all up. As you sit there, smiling to yourself, watching the marshmallows toasting on the fire, feeling very happy, you can smell Christmas dinner, and it smells really lovely. It's even making you feel hungry. You can smell the pine of the Christmas tree. You can smell the log fire burning. And all of this is making you feel so peaceful and so calm, but also very excited, because you know that it's very nearly Christmas. You can hear your favourite Christmas carol playing in the background, and you sing along to it. What a wonderful day this is. What a wonderful festive treehouse you have, and it's all yours. From the comfort of your favourite chair, you can see out of the window. And you look through the window and you can see the gentle snow falling. And you watch how it covers everything. You see how pretty everything looks. You notice the different sized snowflakes that are falling down gently. There are some big thick snowflakes, and there are some tiny snowflakes. It's like they just float down from heaven. You feel so blissfully happy and give a great big happy sigh. You feel so excited because the next day is Christmas Day, and you have to be home on time to take your lovely warm bath and put on your new pyjamas. So you take one last look around your beautiful room and amazing Christmas tree, and you walk over to the trapdoor in the floor. You climb down the rope ladder, feeling the lovely tinsel as you go. You reach the bottom and you stand beside your beautiful snow-covered festive treehouse and you smile. Now imagine that you are standing in a beautiful forest, and it's all covered with clean, fresh white snow. And it's Christmas Eve, and you are very excited. It's been snowing all day in this beautiful forest, and it's still snowing now. And it's covering everything that you can see. The trees, all the tips covered in snow. And it feels cold, but that's okay, because you're all wrapped up in your thickest coat and warmest boots and big soft gloves. You look around you. What can you see? Can you see the tall trees dripping with snowflakes? Can you see the little icicles hanging from their strong, sturdy branches? Can you feel the snowflakes as they land on your face, tickling you? It is cold here, but it's also wonderful, and you feel so excited and so happy. You look ahead of you and you can see smoke, and it's rising into the sky from behind yet more trees. So you decide to go and investigate. You walk through the trees and you come out the other side into a lovely clearing, and you can see a beautiful little cottage. This is where the smoke is coming from. It's coming from out of a little chimney perched on top of the little cottage. It's kind of a crooked little cottage, but it looks so warm and inviting, especially as it's now freezing cold, but you're happy and warm inside your thick coat with your extra thick woolly socks on under your boots. As you get closer to the cottage, you notice that there are lights on inside it, and you wonder who is in there. So you go up to the door and you knock. The door gently opens by itself, so you walk inside. There is no one there but you, and you feel so warm, and it feels so very inviting. It's so cozy with the log fire burning. Oh, and you can hear the crackling, and it smells so nice. There are big, squishy sofas and chairs full of soft cushions, and there are candles lit all around the room, making it feel so lovely, so nice and so warm. There is a giant Christmas tree in the corner of the room with lots and lots of presents under it, and you wonder who they are for. There is a very winding staircase in another corner of the room. It looks a bit crooked, but it's very strong. You turn back towards the fire and you notice that there is a little table near it. You didn't see it when you first came in, but you do now. And on that table is a letter addressed to you. So you open it and you read what it says. It says that you are very welcome here and you can help yourself to anything that you want. There is hot chocolate steaming away in a cup on the table, and a plate full of mince pies and chocolate marshmallows. The letter says you can even have a sleepover if you want to. How exciting is that? So you spend a few moments having a good look around the little cottage, feeling very excited. So just for a moment, go into all of the little rooms and explore and see what's there. You come back to the fire. Just as you are about to sit down with your hot chocolate and mince pies, you hear a noise outside. So you get up and go to the door to investigate. What you see outside makes you gasp aloud. What you see is Santa. His sleigh is filled with presents. And then you notice there is a very large polar bear standing next to Santa, and on his back is a baby polar bear. Oh my! Santa notices you and turns around. He shouts hello to you and waves at you to come over. So you do. You are even more excited than you were before, and it doesn't get much better than this. Santa introduces you to the polar bear, whose name is Fred. The little one on his back, well, he's called George. And George is very shy and just gives you a little smile. Fred the polar bear is not shy at all. In fact, he's a bit loud but very friendly.
Hello,
George says in rather a loud voice. And you grin and say hello back. You tell Santa all about the little cottage and what's inside. And Santa informs you that the little cottage is his, and it's for very special people just like you. He says you must have been extra good this year to be able to find this place, but he's very glad you did. You realise it's very cold standing outside, and the little baby polar bear is shivering a bit even with his thick fur coat. So Santa says you should all go back inside the cottage and get nice and warm. And once you are inside the cottage, you all take a seat by the fire. Oh, it feels so cosy and so nice. Each of you now has a steaming hot mug of hot chocolate, and the plate of mince pies has gotten very big now, with loads of them on it, and a massive mound of chocolate marshmallows too. Santa, sitting in a big chair by the fire, picks up a book that is on the hearth. It's a Christmas storybook, but it's a very special book. It's a very big book too. Santa asks you if you would like to hear a story, and you all say, "Oh yes, please." So he puts on his glasses, adjusts his beard, and begins to read a story to all of you. And it's a great story, full of exciting things and people, and you are really enjoying it. Then something very special happens. You feel yourself being pulled into the book, pulled into the story itself. How wonderful. Fred, George, and Santa are also pulled into the book. Where are you? Where did you go? What's it like there? So for a few moments, be in the story. Find out what it's about. Find out where you have gone and who else is there. This is a very special Christmas story, and you are the main character. So go and have some fun for a while and enjoy yourself. You may even come back with a present or two. You now find yourself back in the room of the little cottage with Santa, Fred, and George, and you feel amazing. Where did you go in the book? Who did you meet there? Was it fun? And most important of all, did you bring back a present for yourself? Or did you bring back a present for someone special? You feel a bit sleepy now, a bit tired after being in the story with Santa, Fred and George. So Santa says that you can sleep in the cottage tonight. Fred and George are staying too. Unfortunately, Santa can't stay because it's a very, very busy night for him, and he has a lot of places he must go and a lot of presents to deliver, and he really doesn't want to be late. Oh yes, you think to yourself, you forgot. It's Christmas Eve. You tell Santa that you really must go home, but Santa says,
Don't worry. Don't you worry about that at all, because when you wake up in the morning, you will be in your very own bed.
Santa can do this because he's a very special magical being. Santa puts down the book and takes you all up the winding, creaky old staircase to the bedrooms above. You enter the most amazing bedroom with everything you have ever wanted to have inside it. There are even little tiny fireflies dancing around the room, giving it a wonderful soft glow. There are 3 big soft beds with the fluffiest quilts and pillows on them, and you dive onto yours. You sink down into it and feel so safe. It's like wrapping yourself in massive hooks, so warm and comfy and cozy. You settle yourself down, and so does Fred and George. George is sleeping with his dad because he's only little and he wants to stay close to him. Santa says you must go now and you must sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow, what with all the unwrapping of the presents you're going to have to do. And you'll also get to see all of your family and your friends too, even the ones you don't really want to. Santa says you must be extra kind to the ones you don't want to see, because sometimes people are lonely, but they just don't tell anyone. Sometimes people are sad, so you must be kind to them and help them to be happy again. Santa gives you a great big Santa hug and then leaves the room. You hear him go down the stairs, then out of the big front door of the cottage. You then hear the tinkling of the sleigh bells, and you get up out of your bed and open the window and peek outside. And you can see Santa sitting on his sleigh, and the reindeer have now joined him. You didn't see them before because they were eating the oats and carrots to give them the energy for the long night ahead they have. It's hard work, pulling a sleigh filled full of presents for kids all over the world. Plus, they have a very large Santa to pull too. You watch as the sleigh glides through the sky and off into the distance until you can no longer see it. But you can still hear Santa doing his ho ho ho's. And it's still snowing outside, but your room is all warm and cozy. You close your window and you climb back into bed. And as you close your eyes, you wonder to yourself, did that really happen? Did I really just meet Santa? Well, yes, you did just meet Santa. And Fred and George too. You look over at Fred and George, and they are already asleep. And you smile happily to yourself, giving a great big sigh of contentment. And slowly but surely, you drift off to sleep. thinking about all the presents you will get to open tomorrow.